Hello, and welcome to Macabre Heritage, the show where we explore the darkest and most mysterious stories from around the world. Today, we're diving into one of the most notorious unsolved murder cases in American history, the Zodiac Killer case. The Zodiac Killer is the pseudonym of an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The Zodiac murdered at least 5 people between 1968 and 1969, and claimed responsibility for several other killings. The case received widespread media attention at the time and remains one of the most famous unsolved criminal cases in the world. The Zodiac Killer began his spree on December 20, 1968, by shooting a couple, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, as they sat in their car on a lover's lane. The next summer, on July 4, 1969, he shot another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mago, in another lover's lane. Mago survived the attack and gave police a detailed description of the killer. On September 27, 1969, the Zodiac attacked a taxi driver, Paul Stein, and shot him in the head. This time, however, the killer made a mistake. He left behind a bloody palm print on the car door and a small piece of bloody cloth from his shirt. He sent letters to the police and newspapers taunting them with clues and ciphers that were never solved. The letters were full of cryptic messages, and the killer signed them with a symbol that looked like a cross within a circle, which he called his Zodiac signature. The investigation into the Zodiac murders was led by several different law enforcement agencies, including the San Francisco Police Department and the Vallejo Police Department. The police received hundreds of tips and leads, but none of them led to a definitive suspect. They interviewed everyone who had known the victims, including their family, friends, and acquaintances, but no one had any idea who could have committed such heinous crimes. The police also received a number of letters claiming to be from the killer, but none of them were ever proven to be authentic. The case soon became a media sensation, with newspapers and magazines publishing sensationalized stories about the murders and the investigation. Over the years, many theories have been put forward about who the Zodiac Killer might be. Some have pointed to a local businessman who was known to have had a grudge against the victims. Others have suggested that he may have been a soldier who was stationed in California at the time. One of the most popular theories is that the Zodiac Killer was someone who had a background in law enforcement or military, due to the level of detail and precision in the killings. Another theory suggests that the Zodiac Killer was someone who was familiar with the area, and knew the location of the secluded lovers' lanes where the murders took place. Despite numerous leads and suspects, the case remains unsolved to this day. The Zodiac Killer's identity and motives remain a mystery, and the case continues to be one of the most intriguing and debated unsolved crimes in history. The Zodiac Killer case is one of the most notorious unsolved murder cases in American history. The Zodiac's identity and motives remain a mystery, and the case continues to be one of the most intriguing and debated unsolved crimes in history. The case continues to fascinate and intrigue people to this day, and it serves as a chilling reminder of the evil that exists in the world. That's all for today's episode of Macabre Heritage. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Zodiac Killer case. Join us next time as we delve into another dark and mysterious story from around the world. Thank you for tuning in.